This is Brad A. Milford with the Unlimited Wisdom podcast, where business owners making mid-five figures or more share their wisdom. It's 6 questions in 9 minutes because transforming possibility leads to reality. So let's get to it. Question number 1 in a few sentences. Donnie, tell me who you are and what you do.
I'm a guy who fucked up for 20 years, making everybody else a lot of goddamn money, and waited till I was 40 years old to finally bet on me because I was tired of being somebody else's retirement plan. Now, run a couple top 200 podcasts, international business, published author, had run my own magazine, and for the first time in my life, we're doing the craziest adventure called the Badass Business Summit in Fort Worth, Texas.
That is badass.
I've never seen so much energy out of you as you did as the intro of this thing, dude. I'm like, holy shit, where'd that come from?
Question number 2. What's the best thing about being in business, Donnie?
Freedom. And what I mean by freedom is you get to choose which 90 hours a week you want to work, which I freaking love. I got into a couple of arguments on LinkedIn with a guy when I said, freedom for me is getting to choose my 90 hours a week that I can work. And he looked at me and goes, how's that freedom? I'm like, because I get to choose. It's my choice to work that much and to get where I want to go. I'm going to work 7 Mondays until I can get to 7 Sundays, and I'm just going to put in the time to get there. And he just could not wrap his head around it. And then I realized he's a guy that his entire goal is to get people to work less. And I'm like, well, dude, I'm just not your guy. You're not going to sell me anything. So you're just never going to wrap your head around this. But for me right now, it's the freedom that, I can run a full-time farm, run a full-time business, and just freaking kick ass and have a lot of fun at it.
Love it. I couldn't love that more, man. Absolutely love it. Question number 3. You're going to dig this one, Donnie. We hear from other business owners that they're getting so much business that the chaos is causing overwhelm. Tell me your thoughts on that, Donnie.
Anytime chaos causes overwhelm, and you're going to love this, it's because they haven't put the processes and systems in place to fucking manage it all. What they've been since done is created a job for themselves. And they said, everything's on my shoulders and I got to do it. So if you got to a point where you're overloaded with work and you don't know how to do it, stop it, delegate that shit out, get it off your freaking plate, turn it into a process you can teach somebody else to do, and then continue to go do more. As a business owner, your job is to be the face of the fucking company. Get out of the mundane delivery shit and get your face out there in the marketplace.
I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Of course you do. I said it.
And you said the word process and system. So
I know, dude. You're like melting over there. Those words came out of my mouth.
I love it. What other successful business owners, question number 4, what other successful business owners like yourself should be on the Unlimited Wisdom podcast?
Brandy Holloway, Stevie Don Blakely, Stacey McGovern, Steve Warner. I'm going through everybody who's coming to the summit. I know you got Trish Lido coming, Chanel Rivera, Odette Peak, fucking badass. But the first one, go grab Brandy Holloway. She's got the freaking burn seat. This chick just blows shit. I mean, she's fucking amazing. Love her shit. And she's killing it on TikTok and stuff right now. So
I appreciate that. Totally appreciate that.
I'll make those intros too.
Let's get to the crux of all of this. Let's get to some wisdom. Question number 5. What's the piece of wisdom, Donnie, that you'd share with other business owners?
Go get punched in the fucking face. Here's the thing is when I started my business, I was playing the safe game. I was doing everything that I did as a employee, right? And being a business owner, the only way you get going where you want to go is trying something new, knowing it's going to fucking break, and stepping into it and doing it again. It's getting hit on the fucking chin and going. And if your day is okay, and it feels good to just have that day, then you're not going big and loud enough. If you really want to build this business freedom you're after, then you 100% got to go fuck shit up. And let's try stuff. Do the big. It's like me doing the biggest, scariest thing in the world, doing this summit. I've never done an event like this. This scares the pure living shit out of me and my team, and that's why we're doing it. And in doing it, it's not about, it is about making a successful event and getting it so it's awesome and it's amazing. But for me, it's more about let's go through the process so we can fuck it all up, break all kinds of shit, so we can learn how to go bigger with it next time and how we can go larger with it next time.
Love it. So we got a little bit more time. Tell me a little bit about the process from when you started doing that and now. Like, what's been your biggest takeaway, Donnie?
it took me a little while to wrap my head around that I wasn't pushing myself. You know, as a sales guy, you always kind of thought that you're working hard and you're doing the right things. I was making great money as a sales guy, and I really thought that I was putting in that extra effort. But it wasn't until I became a business owner that I realized the hours I thought I was putting in as a sales guy was an absolute joke compared to the hours I'm putting in as a business owner. And by choice, because as a sales guy, it's like, dude, once I hit my quota, it's time to go home. I mean, you know, it's 8 to 5 type world, and a Friday afternoon, if I want to take off, cool. And I enjoyed that. I chose to do that because I was finding the success that I wanted. But as a business owner now, I have to put in the other hours because that's what makes this shit work for the moment. And I'm choosing to do that, and I love to do that. And I've evolved as the person that was 8 to 5, 40 hours a week to the person that really loves how much work and time we're putting into the business. And it has allowed me to change my mindset from running a small business to scaling and building my empire. And that's where this whole thing is working towards. And it's allowed me to bring on teammates. I mean, as an employee, I had people working for me, you know, but now running a company, I've got 10 people on the team now. And, you know, so it's allowed me to really start focusing on how do we really go bigger. And that's not something we did in the past. I mean, it was, if it's got to get done, it's on me. And that's a surefire way to run your business into the ground.
Love it. I couldn't love that more, man. I have learned a lot of lessons, and 100% with you about people who work the full-time job but think they know about business. And then when you make the leap, you get to see a whole nother thing. I don't think that can ever be explained. It's something.
No, dude, it was funny about that particular statement. And if we're going to go over time, let me know. But as a sales trainer, as one of the top sales trainers in the world, I would tell people all the time, they got to run their sales position like a business owner. Mm-hmm. It was so great. And it was the absolute right advice. I just had no clue, and I didn't realize I didn't have any clue what the fuck that meant. Yeah. Right. So I was telling people, you got to run your sales position like a business owner, because I thought that's what I was doing. And that was my understanding at the time. And in teaching him, it was the right thing. But dude, looking back, I had no clue what the hell that even meant. And I think that's the evolution process you got to go through, is you've got to go get in the game, do the shit, fuck things up, get punched in the face and go, all right, cool. Now let's go again and go again and go again. And you evolve in this whole nother level of yourself.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Let's switch gears real quick. What's the most fun vacation you ever had?
Oh, Ireland, dude, without a freaking skipping a beat. So in 2018, I got the privilege to go offered to speak in Ireland for a couple of entrepreneur things, was able to take my wife with me. And dude, 9 days, 1,500 miles we put on the car. The only thing we didn't like about Ireland was Dublin, because if you've been to a big city, you've been to Dublin. But, you know, dude, you're driving down the freeway and you look over and there's just a castle in the middle of a cow field. You know, I mean, the people were amazing. The food was amazing. Everything about it was just spectacular. It's only a 6-hour flight from the States. So that was amazing. We just had an absolute blast. And, you know, what I'm excited about is coming up this year in November. I've got a speaking opportunity in Iceland. So I'm taking her with me to Iceland, and we're doing 7 days out there as well. And I know nothing about Iceland. So
that is on my bucket list. Iceland's been on there for a while. That is amazing. Awesome. So I appreciate you being on. I want to thank you for being on. I'm real grateful for you. What's the website or social media? How would you, when people see this and they're like, wow, I need to get in touch with him, how can they reach you?
Yeah, fastest, easiest way is send the word success. Text the word success to 817-318-6030. I'll send you back a workbook that'll teach you how to do work-life balance as you run a business, because you know you're home with your family and all you're doing is thinking about your business. So I've got a workbook that'll walk you through all those steps and processes. Then if you don't want to send a text, cool, go check out the badassbusinesssummit.com. Come see us in Fort Worth, Texas, April 3rd through the 5th. Watch 12 of the biggest badasses in the business development game. Talk about how to get on stages, how to get on podcasts, how to write your book, how to automate your sales systems and process. I'm telling you, this is going to be the place to be. 3 days, Fort Worth, Texas, badassbusinesssummit.com.
Absolutely love it. This is Brad A. Milford with the Unlimited Wisdom Podcast, where business owners making mid-5 figures or more share their wisdom globally. Thanks for joining us.